So before this video gets started, if you recently signed up to be an Uber driver, but you forgot to use a referral code to get your sign up bonus or guarantee of up to $1,000, don't worry. It's not too late. If you signed up with no referral code, you can now retroactively apply a referral code to your account. I'm gonna leave all the instructions down below, and you could literally be getting $1,000 guaranteed if you use the instructions down below. It takes like 30 seconds. It's 7 steps. You can do it right in your Uber driver app. There's a way to do it now. It's super simple. So yeah, if you forgot to use a referral code, don't worry, we got you. Just use the instructions down below, and now let's get on to the video. What is going on, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to the #1 rideshare YouTube channel in the world. This is the Rideshare Hub. I don't know why, but apparently the Rideshare Guy thinks he's #1. I checked his website the other day. He says he's #1. What the heck's that all about? Come on, Harry. I thought we were #1. No, I'm just kidding. He is great. He probably is #1, but I don't know. Maybe we're #2. He does have more subscribers than me, and he just interviewed the Uber CEO, which I'll probably never do. So congrats to him. But yeah, anyways, today we're talking about, is Uber and Lyft ending? There have been so many people commenting in and asking, is Uber and Lyft ending? And most people say, nah, they'll be back. But there's actually some really interesting things going on in the rideshare world. And in my opinion, guys, I think Uber and Lyft actually might be ending. Like, no joke at all. If like in California right now, I think the other states will probably take a couple years. So again, if you recently signed up for Uber and you didn't use a referral code, I mean, there's still time to apply, and you can still go out and do your rides and get that guarantee or bonus of up to $1,000. And I would honestly recommend doing that now more than ever, because that might not last forever. You know, it could definitely expire or whatever. Like Uber and Lyft could be potentially ending, and I'll tell you why in today's video, and why I think that, and why I think a lot of people aren't talking about. So with that being said, let me just sync up my phone, because there's some interesting data that I want to just share about with you. So here we go. So I wanted to click on this article. It's about Uber and Lyft bluffing. Here we go. This is on NBC News, guys. So look at this. Uber and Lyft want to defy California's gig economy law. I don't know, I already looked at this in another video, but there's some interesting things that this statement right here, guys. This statement right here could be the reason why Uber and Lyft are ending for good. Sorry, I'm just checking my camera settings. I know that wasn't annoying at all. This might be the reason why Uber and Lyft are ending for good. Why? Read this with me, okay? Read this out loud with me together. I feel like I'm like a elementary school teacher. Despite the sympathetic posturing of Khosrowshahi, Uber's business model is still premised on underpaying drivers. Up here he goes. He wrote an op-ed on August 10th saying Uber's current employment system is outdated and unfair. Honestly, maybe it is outdated. Maybe it's not outdated. Maybe it is fair. I think it's pretty fair. I think, oh, while admitting Uber's current employment system is outdated. Wait, what? Oh, Uber's current employment system is outdated and unfair? Oh, I don't know. I thought he was talking about the government's. Maybe he did. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's a typo. But whatever the case is, if he actually said Uber's employment system is unfair, then that would be pretty funny. So Uber's basically threatening to shut down, right? There's a reason why they're doing that, guys. There is a reason why they're doing it, and it exposes a huge thing that not a lot of people are talking about. Not a lot of people are talking about this. Uber can't afford to pay drivers fairly. I just said it. Boom. Mic drop. Whatever. I'm just gonna be the first one to say, I don't think Uber can afford to pay drivers fairly. Look at this quote right here. Despite the sympathetic posturing of Khosrowshahi, that's the Uber CEO, Uber's business model is still premised on underpaying its drivers. The only reason, in my opinion, that Uber is successful is because they function on underpaying drivers. They know they can get away with it. They know there's still gonna be thousands upon thousands of people who just, you know, need to pay their rent, so they're gonna go out and drive for Uber, and they're gonna take the hit on their car and probably lose money, but they're gonna get that money straight up front and then, you know, put a bunch of miles on their car, whatever. That's the overwhelming majority of most people, is that they go out and they drive 10 hours and make $100. And they just work for 10 hours and make $10 an hour, and then they put 300 miles in their car. And they don't realize that, you know, if you actually do the math on that, if it costs 57 cents per mile to operate, they just spent, they just spent over $1,000 on their car being depreciated and wear and tear on their car, and they took 300 whatever. You know what, you guys know what I'm saying. Yeah, just a lot of people are losing a lot of money driving Uber, and that's how Uber is able to stay successful this whole time. That's what I think. Now, let's move along. Uber's business model is still premised on underpaying. When they're classed as independent contractors, here we go, drivers have few of the protections of an employee. No minimum wage, no benefits, and few avenues to challenge their employer if they feel they're wrongfully terminated or mistreated. Yeah, that's why with these deactivations, you know, drivers can't just go to a union and say, hey, I was fired for no reason, you know, I'm gonna sue them. They are, when you sign up to drive for Uber, you know, you can't. And by the way, they don't pay. The reason, Uber's literally, all they have to do to make drivers employees is they have to pay them a minimum wage. Uber literally can't. Uber would rather say, oh no, we have to pay drivers a minimum wage. No, we're gonna shut down instead because we can't afford to pay drivers a minimum wage. They can't afford that, guys. You know how much money they would have to spend if they actually paid drivers fairly? A lot of money, too much money, and they can't be successful with that business model. They have to pay drivers under minimum wage in order to be successful. Let alone giving drivers benefits, health benefits, overtime pay, sick pay. That is just a whole nother conversation that they don't even want to get into. That's how all of these companies are successful. Postmates, the same thing. Uber Eats, DoorDash, all of these companies underpay drivers. I'm just gonna say it, like, the only way you can make money is through tips, and that doesn't even come from Uber at all. They don't even touch that. That just goes from the rider directly to the driver. And I'm actually surprised Uber and Lyft don't take a cut of the tips. I'm pretty sure Uber used to, and then they got into all these controversies. But anyways, guys, that's what I just wanted to say. I think Uber can't afford to pay drivers, and I think that's why, if these laws actually force them to, which, you know, it's starting in California, I don't think that they will be around anymore, because they simply can't be successful with this, and investors are going to pull out their money because they're going to say, oh my gosh, you guys are losing money on every single ride. You guys will never be profitable. The only way you'll be profitable is if you have driverless cars with no drivers. So I think this could potentially be the start of the end of Uber, and Lyft, and these other food delivery companies too, and all these companies that just rely on independent contractors and underpaying drivers, so underpaying their workers. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. I know, sorry, this is like bad, but if you've ever driven for Uber like I have, you probably realize that this is true. You probably just don't want to face the facts, and I'm sorry, but I'll be the first one to say it. So anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. If you drive for Uber or for Lyft or any of these companies, give the video a big thumbs up just as an appreciation and camaraderie, and make sure to subscribe for update videos on whether or not Uber and Lyft actually does end, because I will be making a video in about 4 days when this law comes into effect, and Uber will have to either shut down or make all their drivers employees. So again, I personally don't think they can afford it, so I don't think they will. I think they actually will shut down. But anyways, that's all I got for today's video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.